After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff running through the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Love. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Isaiah Pacheco. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Two in the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Cover 38.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talked about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's swung out wide to Sanders. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but it this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Glove. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. David Onyemata just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Another try after the first down sack. Love throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua over the middle to Smith. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He'll field this at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Okay, ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Love's throw going to be taken in by Cole. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
From the 36,
Love. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Set.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
2 and now on 1st down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Trying to run for it with Pollard.
And he's got some space here. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tony Pollard, 37 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Here we go, set.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Ready.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On the set.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Red, cycle.
Tua going to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
51 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Tua sets up to pass it. His throw caught at about the 5. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Down.
They'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Here we go.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tony Pollard saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Faster, faster.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Play action this time with Love. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. 1st down going to the air with Love. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. That gain on third down, good for 28. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Cooks flashing and it's a touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 13 yards out. And the Texans are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To his throw, complete there to Smith.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
In motion, Hill. On third, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
52 blasters.
Here's Pierce. Will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll work down inside the 45. A gain of 3, 2nd down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Strike 2.
Now Tua. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And some room to work. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Ready?
On play action. Love to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go.
So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Love's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Love. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Gay knocks this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Another catch there for Waddle. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Down. Six. Mega.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Tua to throw. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about the clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
to his throw there, taken in by Smith. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Tagovailoa swinging this out for Pollard, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go, set.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Texans. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's 1st and 10.
First throw of the OT session for Tua. It's caught. Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Black ultra.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
And the Dolphins are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Tua. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports.
Ready. Field left. Slide through. Red, yellow.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.